The morning light filtered through the kitchen window, casting a bright glow over the breakfast table. It was a day that began like any other, but for the Miller household, normalcy was always a relative term. Bill sat at the head of the table, nursing a cup of coffee, while Linda fussed with her appearance in a small handheld mirror. "Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, Sir Elton John," Linda announced with a dramatic flair, her voice slightly nasal. "My allergies are acting up. I cannot wear my contact lenses, so I dusted off my glasses." Brian, looking up from his bowl of cereal, offered a rare compliment. "I think they make you look pretty, Mom." "Oh, thank you, sweetie," Linda replied, her heart warming for a split second. "Just kidding," Brian added quickly, the mischievous glint returning to his eyes. Linda sighed, turning her attention back to her reflection. "Look, listen, you guys, I was thinking I need to get serious about college," Lauren interjected, leaning forward with an earnest expression that seemed slightly out of place for a Friday morning. "Really?" Bill asked, raising an eyebrow. "Yeah, and there is a tour of Loyola this Friday night," Lauren continued, her voice rising with feigned excitement. Bill paused, his fatherly instincts tingling. "There is a college tour on Friday night?" "Yeah, from 9 to midnight or so," Lauren said, trying to keep her tone casual. "Really? Well, I got to ask you 2 questions," Bill said, leaning back in his chair. "Is Loyola a state school? And how stupid do you think I am?" Lauren blinked, caught off guard. "Really stupid?" "Wrong," Bill barked. "You are not going to a frat party. I cannot believe they would even invite a high school girl. I ought to go over to that frat party." "Oh, you are not going either," Linda snapped, pointing a finger at her husband. "Come on, Mom," Lauren pleaded. "No, there's going to be half-naked drunk people running around doing stupid things," Linda insisted. "Yeah, and how is that any different from here?" Brian muttered, gesturing to the chaos of their own kitchen. "You are not related to those people," Linda shot back. "Yeah, too bad, Loyola niggas," Brian said with a smirk. "We once tried being on a college campus without being on a herpes poster." "Yeah, Brian, I have herpes. In my cereal," Lauren yelled, suddenly lunging across the table. "Ow, ow, 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 ow." Lauren cried out as the siblings' scuffle intensified. "God, Bill, do something," Linda screamed, covering her ears. "I am on it," Bill said, though he didn't move an inch from his seat. "Ow, ow, 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 ow. Oh, my hair," Lauren shrieked. "Hey, hey, 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 you two, knock it off," Bill finally shouted, standing up. "Knock it off. I cannot stand this fighting. You two need to learn how to get along, you know? You are only going to have each other to depend on when your father and I are gone. And by gone, I mean living in Hawaii under assumed names. I am Chico." Bill pointed at them both. "And I want you two to hug. Now." The 2 siblings reluctantly leaned in for a stiff, awkward embrace. "Great. Now I smell like fat cow dung," Lauren grumbled. "Fat man is soap on a rope," Brian countered. "Yeah, sure, like I would really take it out of its original packaging. By the way, Brian," Bill said, clearing his throat as he sat back down. "I was thinking maybe you and me could have a little father-son bonding time on Sunday." "Really?" Brian asked, his eyes widening with genuine surprise. "Wait, oh," Bill said, his face falling. Your mother is making me insulate the attic, and you're helping me. Think of us as a team. I am Chico and you're the man. The man who crawls ahead of me so I do not get any spiders in my hair." "Well, are you going to pay me?" Brian asked, crossing his arms. "That is right, Bill, it is a big job," Linda chimed in. "You should pay him something." "Fine. Then maybe I should get paid for everything I do around here," Bill grumbled. "You already are," Linda said with a smirk. "Once. Sometimes twice a week." "I am talking about pressing his pants," Bill clarified, a suggestive wink directed at Linda. "Which is what we call having sex." The atmosphere at the Right Way Traffic School was thick with the scent of stale coffee and desperation. Bill and Linda sat in the back row, Bill still sporting his oversized glasses. "Traffic school after work, not a good idea," Bill whispered. "I had to speed like hell to get here." "Did you take the Wayback Machine, Mr. Peabody?" Linda joked, nudging him. "Ha ha ha. My glasses make me look like a nerd." Good stuff. Isn't it nuts, both of us getting a ticket at the same time? Bill asked. Well, it is not fair, Linda complained. I was only speeding because some lunatic behind me kept tapping my bumper and honking. It was not for me, it was for the line of cars behind me, Grandma, Bill retorted. Welcome to Right-Way Traffic School, a voice boomed from the front of the room. I am Mr. Kruger, your instructor. Living proof that you can get a job with a PhD in poetry. We will begin in exactly 8 minutes. It is weird being back in a classroom together, isn't it? Linda whispered, looking around. Yeah, it is kind of like high school. Remember how fun it was? Passing notes. Boys fighting to sit next to you. Using your assets to get out of a quiz. No, don't, Bill groaned. I really don't. But I do remember being bullied into doing some bimbos' homework because they were too lazy to crack open a book. Again, sorry, Linda said, not looking particularly repentant. Hey, what is with the get-up? Bill asked, gesturing to Linda's surprisingly stylish outfit. I just dropped Perry off at the airport, Linda explained. He had to go back to Reno. You wanted him to be able to see your boobs from there? Bill teased. No, I just wanted to make sure he misses me and the girls, Linda said, adjusting her top. Miss, if you are looking for a seat, there is one right here. A man's voice called out from a few rows ahead. No, sorry, I want to sit next to my sister, Linda replied, pointing to Judy, who was sitting a few seats away. Oh, actually, I was talking to her, the man said, gesturing to Judy. Oh, really? Okay. Thanks, Judy said, smiling as she took the seat. So, what was your ticket for? The man asked. Did you get a DWB? Driving while beautiful? Please, Judy giggled. You're funny. I am all about the funny, the man replied. Excuse me. I really like your earrings. Did you get those at Kippa's? Yeah, how did you know? Judy asked, impressed. I almost bought the same pair, the man said. Hi, I am Christy. Hi, I am Linda. Marco, the man introduced himself.
Hi, Judy said.
Hi, I am Judy, Linda added, trying to wedge herself into the conversation. I got this necklace at Kippa's. Did you get the stain on your shirt there, too? Marco asked, pointing to a small spot on Linda's blouse. Okay, you are all about the funny, and I like it, Linda said, her competitive streak flaring up. Care for a stain wipe? I am a drippy eater, too. Thanks, Marco said. Would you like a section of my newspaper? Oh, world politics? No, thanks, Linda said, waving it away. I know what you mean, Bill chimed in, leaning over. It is so depressing. Do you think the G8 countries will ever solve the problem of Africa's ongoing debt? I don't know, Linda said, her brow furrowed. Maybe they should just, cut up Africa's credit card. Satire. Bravo, Bill said, nodding with mock seriousness. It is so refreshing to find someone smart enough to engage in witty repartee. Well, I do love a good party, Linda said, oblivious to the irony. You are delightful, Dr. Marco said, turning back to Judy.
What?
Linda asked, her eyes widening. You think I am a... Dr. Judy Miller, Bill finished for her, a smug smile on his face. The drive home from the frat party was silent until Lauren finally spoke up. Thanks again for coming to get me. If Mom knew I went to that frat party, she would freak. I still can't believe Becca ditched me. Yeah, well, you're just lucky I was not out on a date or something, Brian said, his voice flat. Yeah, lucky, Lauren echoed. Anyway, it was really cool of you to do this for me. I owe you one. Yeah, don't even worry about it, Brian said, a slow smile spreading across his face. All that is important is that you and I have a trust and understanding. If from now on, you are my slave.
What?
Lauren gasped. You will do what I say, when I say, otherwise I will rat you out, Brian threatened. Oh, I will kill you, Lauren hissed as they pulled into the driveway. Hey, we are home, Brian announced as they walked through the front door. Hey, where have you two been? Linda asked, looking up from the couch. The movies, Brian lied smoothly. You went to the movies together? That is great, Linda said, her face lighting up. I would love to see you guys getting along. Yeah, in fact, I showed Lauren such a good time that she was just telling me how much she owed me, Brian said, nudging Lauren. Oh, I wouldn't exactly. Lauren started. Oh, sure you did, Brian interrupted. See, we went and saw this movie called The Slave. It is about this dim-witted slutty girl who, despite her mother's warning, "Stop!" Lauren shouted. "Don't spoil the ending for them." "Oh, good news, Dad," Brian said, turning to Bill. "Lauren wants to help us insulate the attic on Sunday." "What?" Bill asked, surprised. "Oh, I don't know. The attic is a very dangerous place. I am not sure a young girl." "For free," Brian added. "Welcome aboard," Bill said instantly. The next day, Bill and Linda were back at traffic school, though the dynamic had shifted. "Hey, where have you been?" Bill asked as Linda walked in. "I thought we were going to quiz each other on the new highway laws." "Yeah, I decided to blow it off and go shopping," Linda said, holding up a shopping bag. "What is in the box?" Bill asked. "Ooh, sexy. Another outfit for Perry." "No, it is for traffic school," Linda said firmly. "Is there a girls of traffic school calendar that I don't know about?" Bill joked. "Oh, come on," Linda said. "It is fun getting some attention. It is nice being the popular one for once." Marco? Marco? Marco actually passed me a note in class that said, "Are you bored? Check yes or no." I checked yes. Yeah, Bill muttered. "You know, it is kind of fun. That guy Wallace, because of my glasses, he thought I was some kind of brainiac. It is nice to have someone interested in what I had to say." We had this very stimulating conversation about global warming. Apparently, it is real bad. Back at the Miller house, the power dynamic was reaching a breaking point. "What are you doing, slave?" Brian shouted from the top of the stairs. "You should be upstairs making my bed and cleaning my robot." "I am done doing anything for you, jerkwad," Lauren yelled back. "So from now on, you can go back to polishing your own robot."
"How dare you speak to me that way?"
Brian said, descending the stairs with a theatrical air. "As punishment, you must clean my retainer."
"Begone."
"Forget it," Lauren snapped. "Oh, really? Well, then I guess it is time for me to go have a talk with Mom about where you were on Friday night," Brian threatened. "You know what? You're not going to do that because while I was cleaning your room, I found major dirt on you," Lauren said, her eyes narrowing. "You are bluffing," Brian said, though his voice wavered slightly. "You don't have anything on me." "Oh, don't I?" Lauren countered. "And by the way, you're disgusting." "You looked under my bed?" Brian gasped. "No, I was bluffing, but I am looking now, stupid," Lauren shouted, racing toward his room. "Get out of there," Brian yelled, chasing after her. Hey, Bill shouted, emerging from his bedroom. "I am trying to nap, and if you two kill each other, the rest of my day is paperwork." "Laura went to a frat party after Mom said she could not," Brian blurted out. "Yeah, well, Brian said I had to be a slave or he would tell," Lauren added. "Oh, so all that lovey-dovey stuff was just crap," Bill said, shaking his head. "You know, your mother is going to lose it if she finds out you have both been lying to her." "Dad, are you going to tell her?" Lauren asked, her voice small. "No," Bill said. "Really? Thanks, Dad," Lauren said, relieved. "Sure. Your mother does not need to know," Bill said, a familiar glint appearing in his eye. "It is more important to me that there be a bond between the three of us. An understanding." "Uh-oh," Brian whispered. "That you will be insulating the attic by yourselves because you are now both my slaves," Bill finished with a grin. "Oh, come on," the siblings groaned in unison. "And by the way, the job pays $10 an hour, which you will be paying me, so work fast," Bill added. "That was funny. Laugh, slaves. Can anyone tell me who has the right of way at a four-way stop sign?" Mr. Kruger asked the class.
Oh,
Bill waved his hand. "Again, Dr. Miller," Mr. Kruger said, nodding to him. "Yes," Bill began, assuming his intellectual persona. "At a four-way stop sign, you should always yield to the car on your right. Unless, of course, you are being blocked by an iceberg that is melting due to global warming." "Very good," Mr. Kruger said. "Next up is our safety video, Broken Windshields, Broken Lives." "What is up?" Linda whispered as she and her new friends walked in. "Well, I am glad you could all make it," Mr. Kruger said, checking his watch.
"You do know this class has a hard start time."
"Yeah, we know it is a hard start time," Linda said with a giggle. "That is why we had a hard time getting here, silly." "Well, after all, what difference do a few 45 minutes actually make?" Linda added, turning to her friends. "Can we turn the lights?" I hope you are going to behave yourself in the dark, Mr. Kruger." Bill leaned over to Linda. Were you in an accident? Because your airbags are inflated.
What is the big deal?
Linda whispered back. I stuck in a couple falsies. I think it makes the dress look better.
My posse su.
Your posse? Bill asked, incredulous. Don't you think you are getting a little carried away pretending to be someone you are not? Oh, I don't know, Dr. Miller, Linda teased. Okay, here we go, one of Linda's friends said. Linda, come sit back here with us. Oh, okay, Linda said, standing up.
All my friends want me to sit with them. Get out, all right? Bill hissed. Have some respect.
This is traffic school. I am sorry, sister, Linda said with a mock pout. What happened again? The safety video began, showing a graphic car crash. Ouch! That is gonna hurt, Linda whispered loudly. Do you mind? Bill snapped. Some of us are trying to learn something. Some of us are trying to learn something, Linda mimicked. I am sorry? Bill asked. Some of us are trying to learn something, Linda repeated. Okay, can you keep it down? Bill asked, his frustration growing. Some of us are trying to learn something, Linda said again, her voice rising. Do you have any idea how ridiculous you guys look? Bill asked, gesturing to Linda and her friends. The insulation project in the attic was in full swing, with Brian and Lauren working side by side. Anyway, what? Brian asked as Bill poked his head through the attic door. Brian? Bill said.
What?
When you and Lauren turn the insulation, don't leave any ragged edges. I want your mother to think I do quality work. Here is your cold one, Brian said, handing Bill a soda. Thank you, Tina, Bill said, taking a sip. At school, we talked about how we help around the house. You will be getting a call. I don't hear the pitter-patter of little slave feet, Bill added, looking around. We are taking a break, Lauren said, wiping sweat from her forehead. If the Egyptians took a break, they never would have finished that pyramid in Las Vegas, Bill said before disappearing back down the ladder. By the way, I am taking a break, Brian said to Lauren once Bill was gone. Tonight, when Dad is asleep, I am gonna rub every one of his beer bottles on my ass. Enjoy your ass beer, my friend, Lauren said with a smirk. That is right. Drink up. This is all your fault, Lauren continued, her tone turning serious. We wouldn't even be here if you hadn't blackmailed me after I totally trusted you. Yeah, like, you are so innocent, Brian countered.
What are you talking about?
Lauren asked. Forget it, Brian said, turning away.
I don't want to talk about it.
What is your problem? Lauren demanded. Okay, Brian said, turning back. Like the other night when I picked you up from the party. Yeah, Lauren said. Well, it really hurt that you made me pick you up a block away, Brian admitted. I did not, Lauren said. You were nowhere near the frat house, Brian insisted. You were standing under a sign that said Beth Hillel Senior Center. Okay, Lauren sighed. Beth is a friend of mine and she is a senior in college. Okay, I am not the dumb one, remember? Brian said. It was humiliating. You know, are you that ashamed to be seen with me? Am I really that much of a geek? Oh, so that is what this is about, Lauren said, her voice softening. I hurt your feelings. Yeah, you did, Brian said. Here I was doing something that I thought was nice, and then I end up feeling bad about myself. I am sorry I made you feel like a geek, but I was not ashamed of you, Lauren said. I was just embarrassed that I needed my big brother to come pick me up for my first college party. Really? Brian asked. Yeah, Lauren said. I would have felt the same way even if you were cool.
Air.
I guess that makes sense, Brian said, a small smile appearing on his face. You know, you should not be embarrassed to call me. Anytime you need saving, I will come to your rescue. Thanks, Lauren said. You know, just like when the Human Torch rescued Sue Storm from Victor Von Doom, Brian added. You really don't get this whole geek thing, do you? Lauren laughed. Hey, isn't this Mom's old karaoke machine? Brian asked, pointing to a dusty box in the corner. Yeah, she loved that thing, Lauren said, her eyes lighting up. Yeah, not as much as Dad hated it, Brian added. Remember, he told her it was stolen. Oh, my God, do you know what this means? Lauren asked. Yes, that the thieves must have put it up here, Brian joked. Or Dad lied and put it up here to hide it from Mom, which means if she found it, she would be very upset with him, Lauren said, a plan forming in her mind. Which means we finally found a way to burn Dad, Brian said, his eyes gleaming. Yeah, Human Torch style, Lauren agreed. Flame on. Back at traffic school, the rivalry between Bill and Linda was reaching its peak. I am really trying to be nice to you here, Linda said to her friends. Okay, so it is decided. We will call ourselves the Amigos. Ooh, do you think we could invite Tammy into the group? One of the friends asked. Yeah, Linda said, then lowered her voice. Tammy is not really amigo material, but, you can tell her we are considering her and make her get us lattes. Hi, Tammy said, walking up to them. I am all about the lattes. What? Bill asked, looking over. Whoa. Is that Dr. Miller? She looks great. I will be right back. Bill walked over to Linda. Excuse me. What are you doing being all beautiful? Well, you made me feel like a loser, so I figured if you cannot beat him, show him, Linda said, tossing her hair. Judy, you cannot be the popular one, Bill whispered. I called it. How would you feel if I was a doctor? Linda asked. Go ahead, be a doctor, Bill said. Okay, I will, Linda said, then paused. I don't want to be the doctor. I want to be the popular one. Hey, Dr. Miller, come sit with us, one of Linda's friends called out. Well, looky, I get to be both, Linda said, a triumphant smile on her face. Hey, Tammy, lucky day. You want to be an amigo? Linda says we are all coughing at 7 o'clock to goof on the teacher. You want in? I got a better idea, Bill chimed in, stepping closer. Let's not cough at 7 o'clock and goof on Linda. I am all about the goofing, Tammy said, nodding. Okay, let's get started, everybody, Mr. Kruger announced. Please take your seats. There is one right here, Bill said, pointing to a seat next to him. Of course there is, Linda muttered. So, can anyone tell me which way you turn your wheels when you are parking up, Linda? Mr. Kruger asked. Well, I was out late last night, so I kind of did not read the manual, Linda said, trying to sound nonchalant. I don't think that is a very good excuse, Mr. Kruger said, disappointed. Wow, are you right, Bill said, raising his hand. What? Linda asked. The correct answer is away from the curb, Bill said confidently. Very good, Dr. Miller, Mr. Kruger said. And once again, wow. I don't think that is it, Linda snapped. I want my seat back. I don't see your name, Bill said, pointing to the chair. I ought to go find another one, Linda said, huffing. Or better yet, go get us some lattes, Bill suggested. Adios, amigo. Could you please take your seat? Mr. Kruger asked Linda. Fine, Linda muttered, sitting down. Okay, hey guys, I just have a little cough. Like a zinc lozenge. Get away from me, Bill shouted. If you need medical attention, perhaps the lovely Dr. Miller will. Mr. Kruger started. She is not a doctor, okay? Bill interrupted, his voice rising. She is a dental assistant. Her job is to throw away used gloss. She was a D student, and the only way she got through high school was by copying off me, okay? I am the smart one. She is just faking it. Speaking of faking it, Linda started, but Bill cut her off. I will take my DS over your ass, and then. Bill began, but he was interrupted by the sound of the front door opening. Hey, what are you two doing down here? Bill asked, looking up as Brian and Lauren walked into the living room. We are done with being your slaves, Brian announced, his arms crossed. Interesting, Bill said, a slow smile spreading across his face. Then I guess I better go have a little word with your mother. Well, be sure to tell her that we found her karaoke machine, Lauren said, her voice dripping with satisfaction. What? Bill asked, his face falling. The one that was stolen? Oh, give it up, Dad, Brian said. We know you hid it. Oh, well, you got me, Bill said, sighing in defeat. I guess I better go finish the attic on my own. It is not up there, Lauren said. We moved it. Well, looks like you kids beat me at my own game, Bill said, a sudden thought striking him. Unless, of course, I have a trump card. What are you talking about? Brian asked. You are not going to give her that machine back, Bill said, his voice dropping to a whisper. Why not? Lauren asked. Because you don't want her singing any more than I do, Bill said, his eyes wide with mock horror. She is terrible. When she sings, angels die. Remember karaoke night? He is right, Brian said, a look of realization dawning on his face. When she sang, I will survive, we barely did. Amateurs, Bill said, shaking his head. Back to work, my slaves. No, I am not backing down, Dad, Lauren said, her resolve hardening. To hell with the consequences. Nothing can be worse than being stuck in the attic. I thought you said you hid it, Brian whispered to her. We did, Lauren whispered back. Hey, look what I found in the closet, Linda shouted, emerging from the hallway with the karaoke machine in her arms. The closet? Bill asked, incredulous. Amateurs. You know what this means? Linda asked, her face glowing with excitement. I am bringing back karaoke night. Oh, Bill groaned.
Darn.
Well, we gotta go back up to the attic and finish our work, Brian said, quickly turning toward the stairs. Yeah, we'd better get up there, Lauren agreed, following him.
We?
Bill asked, a small smile returning to his face. Oh, I am coming with you. As they climbed the stairs, the sound of Linda's voice began to drift up from the living room, a slightly off-key but enthusiastic rendition of a classic rock song. Hit me with your best shot, fire away, Linda sang out, her voice echoing through the house. We're gonna need more insulation, Bill muttered, shaking his head as they disappeared into the attic. We're gonna need more insulation, Brian and Lauren echoed in unison, the sound of Linda's singing a constant reminder of the price of their failed rebellion.